new episode of Garage Groove. Thank you for joining us. So today's episode, we're going to be doing a couple things. First, we're going to be talking about the oldest bike that I have in our collection. This is the oldest build. It goes back into 2013 when I built this bike. This bike, I got it in boxes. It was a mess. And we put it together and we built a really cool hot rod out of this thing. So we're going to take you for a ride on that today. And then after that, we had gone to the Cleveland Zoo in Ohio, and I wanted to share some of that with you. What an awesome zoo that is. That's a big zoo. I had some really good clips from the zoo. So stay with us. Let's check that out. Let's check out the bike. Let's go over some of the stuff that's going on. You guys know the TL1000R. That's under the knife right now. Let's take a look at what's going on with this. Now, this project we're kind of hung up on. Now, the reason we're hung up on it is because you cannot take and do anything with this swing arm because this exhaust, I don't know if you can see it, this exhaust pipe runs right through it. So you can see I've got it tied up, and we need to remove the exhaust. Exhaust is fighting us a little bit. I've got it so it's loose, and it's even moving down here, but we need to take it off. Now, I have to decide if I want to continue with fixing the stance this way or just getting another swing arm and doing it that way. That would be probably the best way to do it. But in either case, the exhaust has to come off. You cannot even remove that swing arm until you take the exhaust off. So before I can go any further with that, I have to get the exhaust off. Whether we go with A, which is fixing the stance using this big long swing arm, or purchasing another swing arm. I hate doing that. That kind of takes the fun out of modifications and all of that, but you know, to keep things correct, you know, ultimately we want the bike to be correct. You know, we want it to be sitting the way it's supposed to be sitting, not flat like a banana. Just because somebody decided to put a long swing arm on it, it ruins the stance of the bike. And I think the stance is a precursor to how the bike is going to handle. So, you know, it's a hot rod. Most of what we build are hot rods. We don't put anything on racetracks. We just like to have fun on the streets. So, anyways, that's where we're at with that bike. Which brings us to another bike that we are featuring on this episode. This is a very, very special bike. This is what I call the OG, the old school gangster. This, of all the fleet of bikes that we have, you guys know all the bikes that we had. Some of the bikes are sold, some of them have come and gone. Of everything that we have current, okay, this is the oldest build that I have in my collection. I built this bike back in 2013. That was 2 years before I did the TL, right? And that was 5 years before I did Faison's XR 100. So this goes back a little ways, and I put a lot of miles on this bike. We've put it on the road this year. So let's take a look at this thing. Isn't that tough? That's a tough looking bike, and that's exactly how I built it. I wanted it to have the bobber look. I wanted it to have the old style, the old school 40s and 50s look. This is a Kawasaki 800 Vulcan. It's a 800 hot rod, man. This bike rips, and I've had really good luck with this bike. I chopped it, I welded it, put it all together. Again, a lot of it was before I started doing any kind of filming, so I don't have any of that on tape. But this year we're going to be running this hot rod, and this bike is a blast, man. And I've put a lot of miles on this bike. And we're just gonna go through it. We will do a review on it. We're gonna clean it up. Probably we'll check the carbs and stuff out on it. And it's just a really loud, obnoxious hot rod, and it represents the channel very well. We love it. What do you think, Faison?
Yeah, I think it would be nice. I think this is which one do you think is louder, this or the Harley?
They're all loud. The V twins with the short exhausts, they're all going to be loud. Yeah. But this one is just a quick bike, yeah. And it rips.
I think the other one's more like a chopper.
Yeah, this is the bobber.
Yeah, because if you look in the front, you can see what are these, like
130.
130. 130s and what 140s?
140.
140s. So
it's got a fat front wheel.
They have a fat front wheel, and that gives it like that type of look.
It's got an old 40s, 50s type of a hot rod feel, and that's exactly what I was going for. But
with the more modern.
Yeah, it's got the modern performance on it, but you'll see more of this bike. We're gonna do a review on it. We'll even do maybe an episode on it. I don't know how much I need to do to it. It's sat probably about 1.5 years, so we'll probably flush the tank and do a few little things to it. But if I know this bike, this thing it starts, man. It starts and it runs. So we may have to charge the battery. So there she is, man. We'll do a review on this bike, and we will take you guys for a ride on it. This is a hot rod. This bike is every bit as quick as that Harley. Might even be quicker. So, okay, just an update. We'll catch up with you. Take care. So we just got back from a ride on our little hot rod bobber. That is a 1997 Kawasaki VN800. It's a Vulcan. And what a nice little bike, man. Now 800 cc's here is considered a small engine. You know, we got a lot of open space here, so but it's so light that it actually rips, man. The bike is really fast, and we're going to be running it this year. Next year we'll bring the Harley back, but this year is the year of the Vulcan. We're going to be ripping on this all summer. So I hope you enjoyed coming along with us on this ride. Now let's take a ride over to Cleveland. I want to show you some of the zoo that we took a look at. It's a really nice facility they have there. It's huge. You need 2 days to go through that zoo. Take a look at some of this stuff. It's Garage Groove coming at you from Cleveland, Ohio. We're at the zoo. Looks like a headless rhino. It looks like a headless rhino. Come on, dude. I'm taking your picture or video and you stick your head behind that.
Maybe he doesn't want to get a photo.
There he comes. Blackberries.
This one looks like he finally noticed there's people watching him. Hi. No, that actually looked like he waved. Pretty cool.
No, I think he's like recreating what people have done.
Yeah,
The
maybe.
man got stuck in the thing. That was cool.
Yeah.
So that was our episode this time around on Garage Group. I hope you enjoyed it. We had a couple different things going on this week. So we had the bike and we had the zoo. They're kind of not related, but you know, we try to share everything with you guys. And if it involves us, we want it to involve you. So thank you for coming on the channel. We hope to see you soon. Take care.